Join hosts Kirk Franklin, Jonathan McReynolds, and Corinne Hawthorne for the biggest night in gospel, the 35th Annual Stellar Awards, celebrating the best, brightest, and blessed in gospel music. With performances by Kiara Shear, Marvin Sapp, Ty Tribbett, Travis Greene, Keela Richardson, Anthony Brown, and many more. Plus, we'll honor the first responders battling the COVID-19 crisis.
I need for the Stellar Awards to get loud real quick.
The 35th Annual Stellar Awards premieres Sunday, August 23rd at 6 on BET and BET Earth.
We're going to go to Yolanda at Boss XL Media.
I'm Yolanda. I'm with Boss XL Media as well as Boss Magazine. So I wanted to tell you guys, so as 20 has started, we actually never imagined that the music world would be where we are today, where we like overnight has gone virtual. So do you think that this pandemic actually has hindered your abilities to be able to create great music as we are today with the gospel scene? Or do you think it has actually added to that? So I know, Kirk, you had actually mentioned earlier how it, you struggled with it and had to go through, start the therapy over and everything like that. But I'm glad to see that you are back to Kirk Franklin, as we know. I think you might have actually given yourself an extra scoop of sugar there. But as Michael had mentioned, that we are, this is like the country has been a reboot to the world. Do you think that this, again, has actually provided you guys some additional, things to dig deep in to be able to speak to the world through the gospel scene, especially now that we're virtually hitting all genre, all just because generation.
Good question, Yolanda. Really good question.
Media.
Travis.
Yeah, I'd say I hate the way it came about, right? Like, I hate the fact that so many people have suffered, whether economically or physically, emotionally. I hate that it came at the expense of suffering. However, I think gospel, and just to broaden it a little bit, I think the capital C Church needed this year. I think we needed a year where the doors of the church weren't open. I think we needed a year where we stopped. I can speak for my church. Well, we stopped measuring our success by just 52 Sundays in a year, and it became more practical about, what are we doing really in the community, and how are we being change agents to the world around us. And then not only did it give us a moment to find introspect, I think it also gave us a moment to breathe. And I think everybody needed that. I walk intimately with these guys, and knowing how hectic, John's schedule is, my schedule, Tasha, Kirk. We're really, really busy people. I think this year, and I still tease John. I talked to him yesterday and was like, you still busy even in a year like this. I don't know if he's taking a full advantage of the rest that was available, but I think we needed a year to just slow down a little bit, to your point, to get more sugar, to be able to, for me, I needed a moment to regain the wonder of this. I think the Travis of the lobby, in that hotel in Nashville, to 9 years later, who I am, I had lost the wonder of it. I started kind of losing I just personally started losing some of the enthusiasm of award shows, and of touring, and of 5-star hotels, and of first class, and of stuff that, that I worked so hard for, that became it became more dreadful than something that I should have enjoyed. And so
you stay in 5-star hotels?
Yeah, I personally do Holiday Inns and Coach.
This boss gave me a chance to reset, and I think ultimately, although it came at the expense of suffering, it's definitely healthy and necessary.
This is Yolanda with Floss Magazine. I was wanted to ask you guys, the nominees here. So when 2020 has started, we just actually never imagined that we'll be where we are today, as far as having to go totally virtual with everything. Do you guys actually think that this now has actually hindered, or did you think that it actually added the things within you to be able to create the music, to be able to also attack other generations that we have out there, from the young all the way up to the old?
I'll answer first. I think it's helped. To be honest, I've been a part of a few Stellar Awards, especially singing and performing on the show. And this time we spent more time with the production of each individual artist than I've ever seen before. And every artist having their own separate space, their own venue, and their own time to create an awesome performance. This is the first time that's happened. So I think because it's virtual, the Stellar Awards has taken more time to make sure it's much more of an engaging experience. I think that's made it dope. And I think also the fact that more people will be reached this year than ever, because now even usually if you went to the show, you kind of feel like you saw it. Now nobody has seen it. I haven't even seen what I did. So we're all excited about seeing the performances. So I think it's going to be really great, and everybody's going to be really engaged. And with it being on BET, everybody's looking forward to it. It was very strategic how the Stellar Awards has planned it, with it being on the same night as Sunday's Best, with it being on BET. It was really smart, and I think it's going to be really impactful.
Well, I think it's gonna help as well. Coming from the standpoint of this time last year, I was a fan. So again, I know personally the anticipation I had for it, and then just being locked down. I think it's what I call a Kairos collision. It's just everything happening good at the same time. We're all at home. We're all excited. I think, like he said, the Sunday Best finale is right there in the middle. Then it's twice on Sunday, so you get the 5 p.m. and the 8 p.m. So I just think it's going to help us reach so many souls for Christ, man. And I'm excited about it.
That is wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for answering that. And thank you guys for having this platform for us.